Universe Sandbox 2, the game that never crashes. Welcome. Let's have fun. Let's do something crazy. Well, this is whenever you start the game. This is how it starts, right? So we might as well just try something interesting. Something I've never tried actually is I've never tried to launch a very, very large star past this. What's the biggest star we have? Is it yes, it's VY Canis Majoris. What would happen if we were to launch VY Canis Majoris, a star that is really, really big, right here? No, right here. No, right here. Let's just launch it this way. Ready? Steady? Go. Oh, this is too slow. It's moving too slow. Let's just watch it approach too, because that's gonna be awesome. Let's go to Earth and imagine if this humongous megastar that's like size of I think it's how large is it anyway? It's like 6 AU in radius, 6.6 AU in radius. That's almost 7 times the distance from Sun to Earth. 7 AU is right about here. This is basically almost to Saturn from the Sun. That's how large this star is, and this star is slowly approaching our solar system. What will happen, do you think? I don't know. We'll find out soon. Stay tuned, because we're about to find out. Actually, hold on, before I do that, I would like to find out how the temperature of Earth changes. So I'm gonna go to climate and enable the graph, the temperature graph. Whoa, it's already super hot. Holy crap. Whoa, that is going so fast. It's already at 45 degrees Celsius. I'm gonna change this to 1,000 years. Okay, so even though it's really far from us, it's already warming us up dramatically. That's cool, or not, depending on how much you like to die. Anyway, yes, we launched it in 2015, and it is now 2025. 2025. It's coming slowly. It's only moving toward us at a speed of about 10 kilometers per second, because I didn't really change the default setting. And this star is actually really far away from us in real life, but you can actually see it in the sky because it's so large and so massive and so bright. And the temperature graph right here is increasing with every year. Now, normally this would be around 15 degrees Celsius, because that's the average temperature of our sun, our planet orbiting around the sun, but the average temperature has already increased to 82, 83 degrees Celsius. Let's zoom in here. Look at this beautiful giant, super giant. This is not just giant, this is a super giant. Let's watch it approach our solar system. Here we go. It's gonna take a while for it to come closer. It's moving at a speed of, where is the speed? Motion 10.6 kilometers per second in relation to the sun. Oh wait, okay, I see what's happening. Sun started to actually get pulled toward Canis Majoris. So now what's happening here is that the sun and all of the planets around it are basically, here, if I enable this, are basically flying toward Canis Majoris, and it's actually going to be, let me just, I'm going to erase this for a second so you can see what's happening. Remove trails, and add orbits. No, that's not going to help me. Anyway, so what's happening here is that sun is flying toward them, and so do the planets that orbit around the sun. So if we accelerate this enough, you'll see this really beautiful kind of a almost like a mosaic, or like a trail of planets orbiting around sun while it's approaching Canis Majoris. It is so hot that there's obviously no liquid left on the surface of the planet, and obviously no human life will survive in these conditions. The only thing I can think of that can survive is something called extremophiles. Extremophiles. These are the bacteria that live at like temperatures of 400 degrees Celsius at the bottom of the ocean by the water volcanoes, the black smokers, as they're also known. Basically, the super hot super deep volcanoes that are ridiculously toxic and dangerous for any other life except for extremophiles. The other thing that I can think of that survives in these conditions is the so-called water bear. That's actually a very interesting creature. You should actually look it up if you've never heard of these. The water bear it has no real comparison. It's not a bear. It doesn't live in just water. It lives everywhere, but it's a creature that has 6 paws and can actually live anywhere. It can literally survive anywhere, even in space. We have sent it to space and it came back from space alive, like literally from vacuum. That's how resilient it is. So if anything ever happens to our planet, water bears will be the survivors. They will most likely be the only survivors from all of the other species. What happens to to a gas giant if you add water? Well, you know what? Nothing really happens. In this game, at least, nothing will happen to it. So if I were to go to Saturn, and if I were to add, or not just add, but basically go into materials and replace all of its stuff with water, it would still remain a gas giant because it would be a little bit more dense. And it would actually decrease in size, like right now. Oh, look at that. Actually, no. I may have been wrong. It does become an ice world. Before, in previous versions, what happened was this would actually still be a gas giant, but then it would just be much smaller in size and more condensed. But it seems like if you now replace it with just water, it becomes an ice giant. That's how cool is that? Look at that. It's an ice world. A very beautiful, very cool looking ice world of Saturn. If you stand on the surface, you're standing on ice. Now this is what a lot of the moons of Saturn and Jupiter may look like, because they might actually have just ice on the surface. And I don't know if you're noticing this, but this is really cool. You see how there's 2 shadows? One is bright and one is dark? This is because we now have 2 stars. Isn't that cool? Look, there's one right there, Canis Majoris, and there's one right here, Sun. And they created these 2 shadows. So now we don't just have day, night, evening, and so on, dusk and dawn. We now have really bright day, somewhat dusky day, somewhat dawny day, and then really dark night. I think that's pretty cool. Let's zoom in on Earth, start our simulation. And oh my god, look at that. Just as soon as I added Canis Majoris closer to our solar system, this is what happens. Earth starts to evaporate. You can see this oceans disappearing. Everything is going the way of extinction. You can basically see the seafloor here. Nothing, almost nothing left. Temperature is now at 160 degrees Celsius. Really, really hot. It's getting really, really hot in here. And we're not even that close to Canis Majoris yet. This is how hot and how extremely powerful this star is. Canis Majoris is almost 7 astronomical units in radius and about 17 times the mass of Sun. So it's very, very, very massive. Now, what I actually wish I added here, I wish I had... oh, look at Venus. That's pretty awesome. Venus is ridiculously hot right now. 800 degrees Celsius. This is Venus. It's basically a lava planet now. But what I wanted to add is actually I should have added some of the satellites of gas giants, because in the previous video I talked about how at some point when Sun becomes really hot and really, really big, it is very likely that the moons of gas giants like Triton and Ganymede and Europa, these gas giants will become more terraformable. They'll become much warmer because the sun will be hot, but excuse me, but the radiation from the sun will actually warm them up enough for us to possibly have a livable condition on those particular planets. Now, I wanted to see something. What is that? Look, what is that? This is so cool. What is that? That's on Saturn. That's on my ice Saturn. Ice Saturn is being really awesome. Oh, it's turned into water Saturn. That's why. Oh, I see. The temperature of Saturn is now comfortable with 3 degrees Celsius. So that is why it's looking so nice and habitable. Let's see if I add a little bit of iron to it. What's gonna happen? Okay, let's see if I add a little bit of silicates. Oh, am I gonna turn it into a planet? Am I gonna turn it into a planet? And maybe. Oh, too fast. No, go back. No, go back. No. I want just a little bit of water. Oh, this is so scary. Look at the surface. That's a surface of Saturn that has nothing on it. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. It's a perfectly habitable and possibly somewhat terraformable Saturn. The only problem with this Saturn is that its mass is 95 times the mass of Earth. In other words, the gravity on this particular planet is ridiculously high. If you step on this planet, you'll very likely get squished really fast. Here we go, look at that. It's passing through our solar system, and suddenly everything starts to shift around it. I'm gonna change this to months per second. So our sun is flying really quickly toward Canis Majoris because of its huge mass. It's already captured a lot of our asteroids and a lot of our dwarf planets. And the sun... Oh, what's this? Saturn! No! Saturn has become the... I believe it actually reacquired orbit around Canis Majoris, so now it's got stolen from us. But let's actually see what happens. So we're gonna have them pass around each other. So there's two things that may happen. One is the sun might just fly away and it will just, you know, fly into its own sort of orbit. And two, it's very possible that we'll create a dual star or binary star here, where sun will start orbiting around Canis Majoris, and Canis Majoris will become its main star, with the sun becoming the secondary star. Here we go. Excellent. Alright, so we can kind of see now that Saturn is definitely has been definitely stolen from us, and Sun has become a binary star with Canis Majoris. What else is there? What is this? Is this Uranus? No, it's not. Orcus. Okay, Orcus is actually a much smaller trans-Neptunian object. It's not exactly a dwarf planet, but it might be one, although it's probably not. It's sort of a very large asteroid, and it seems to have escaped from us as well. Everything else, things like Uranus, Pluto, Quasar, Neptune, Jupiter, and Makemake is there as well. All of these other objects seem to have escaped from our solar system and went their own way. It looks like they're gone forever. We only have Sun, 4 terrestrial planets, and Saturn in this particular system left. So it looks like Saturn has a very stable orbit around Canis Majoris, as does the Sun. And yes, everyone else is kind of gone. So now let's go back to our planet and let's see how it's actually faring with all of this in terms of temperature and so on and so forth. Alright, it doesn't look so good for us here. That is a very hot planet. The temperature on Earth is currently 245 degrees Celsius. Yep. It's a scorched planet. There's nothing left on it. Okay, how about Mars? Mars used to be very cold. Venus is molten. It's molten hot. But Mars... Okay, yeah, Mars as well. Mars is also very hot. Mars is currently at... What was it? 188 degrees Celsius. So still very hot. For some reason it does have the... ice caps, which it shouldn't have because it's really hot. I think we're done here. Let's actually, that's a good idea. Let's make Canis Majoris go supernova, because why not? And the way to do this is really you just have to press this button right here. This is the trigger. So I'm gonna decrease this to months per second. Let's go back to Earth. Let's enable its temperature because I would like to see how the temperature changes. Here, temperature. Surface temperature, there we go. And let's change. Let's just observe the temperature as the stuff from Canis Majoris approaches us as well. So we're gonna go to it and click the button of realistic mode. Boom. Okay. Okay. That was a little bit faster than I thought it would be. Yeah. Yeah, okay. We're all dead. The Earth is now 2000 degrees Celsius. The stuff, not the stuff, but the Nova remnants from Canis Majoris annihilated life in the solar system. And that is the end of our life here. And this is it. Oh, that is so awesome. Look at that. It just turned into neutron star. I made it go supernova yet again, and it became a neutron star. Let's play around with that actually. This is awesome. Sorry, that's not just a neutron star. This is a pulsar, everyone. This is a pulsar. We're gonna make it into a pulsar. So yes, it became a pulsar after having not one but two supernovas. Let's wait for all of this to disappear finally. And then let's look at Earth again. Let's see how Earth is faring with all of this. It's been 21,000 years now. I'm not going fast enough. Almost 22,000 years. And what we want to see is what will happen to our planet after it had experienced all of this. It's gone through a supernova. Actually, two supernovas. It's also gone through being captured with the sun by this huge massive superstar called VY Canis Majoris, and it has now survived the supernova and has a neutron star in its vicinity. So let's see what occurs next. Almost gone. Alright, we can zoom in now. And let's look at what we have here. Alright, it's gone. Decelerate to, let's go days per second. And let's look at everything. So first of all, Neptune and Jupiter, Pluto are still actually here. They're not very far from us. They didn't fly away that far. Canis Majoris, the neutron star, is right here. It doesn't spin as I wanted it to spin, but that's okay. I forgive it. It does create this awesome effect. It's kind of like a Eye of Sauron, calling you to bring the ring of power to him. I hope you know where this reference is from. And then we have the sun that finally isolated itself from Canis Majoris to go on its own path. So Canis Majoris is now far away from us that we don't really get much effect from it. I don't even see it anymore. Where is it? There it is. It's far away from us that it probably does not heat us up at all. And I'm pretty sure that Earth is back to normal temperature. Right? Yes, 11 degrees Celsius. Look at that. Earth is not... Whoa. Okay. I don't know what happened here. Welcome to Earth? I think it just got scorched really badly. Because its surface is this. This is the surface of Earth. Holy cow. And actually, if I look at its mass... No, its mass is fine. I thought it was its mass was different as well. Oh, it has 0% water. It's the entire water from the surface of Earth was burned completely. You can actually see the continents right here. Look at that on the dark side. So this is what the Earth is going to look like if that ever occurs. You can't really tell any continents on the bright side. You can just see them on the dark side. Let's look at the other terrestrial planets. We have Venus, which is back to being... Is it normal again? No, it's still pretty hot, but a little bit less hot than it used to be. But still very, very hot, 600 degrees Celsius. A little bit hotter than the actual Venus. I think it's still kind of cooling down. Then we have... Where is my Mercury? Uh-oh. Is Mercury gone? Oh no, Mercury is gone. I don't know what happened to it. Disappeared. And so is Mars. Mars is gone too. So it's really just Venus and Earth. Sometimes this happens when you accelerate the game too much, or if there's a lot of burning going on, some planets have a tendency to disappear. And I think this is what happened here. Anyway, so this is essentially the future of Earth if Canis Majoris decides to visit. And decides to say hello to us. Now, how can we solve this no water problem? Well, that's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You take a launcher, you take minor planets, specifically dwarf planets, such as, for example, Ceres, which of course contains a lot of ice. And then you go kaboom. Right? This is gonna give us water. Right? Can I have some water? Water? Oh, come on, give me some water. No water. Ceres has about 33% of its mass as water. Maybe a little bit less than that. But it doesn't seem to do anything here. Very disappointing. What else is water? We know Pluto is water. Right? Pluto has a lot of water. Let's make Pluto meet our friend Earth. Still no water. Alright, they're being difficult. Let's just add water manually later. Anyway, I think I destroyed Earth. I'm really sorry about this. If this was your favorite planet, I'm really sorry. Earth is now a fiery ball of lava, surrounded by fragments. Anywho, I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna stop destroying things. Hi Troncor, you've joined right when I destroyed Earth. Probably not the best moment to join. But yes, we've lived through quite a lot. Earth did survive, but then I killed it by smacking things into it. I am not the best owner of Earth. Let me see if I can actually... you know what? I can do this manually. Ha! Cheating. Let's decrease temperature manually. And... now we're going to add water to it. Wait, what continent is this? I can't even tell anymore because I smacked so many things into it. Made too many holes. Alright, what is this? I guess that's Antarctica. I guess maybe more water? A little bit more? I don't know. This looks like Earth, kind of. But it's too holy. Alright, so welcome to New Earth. Let's name it New Earth. Better than the old Earth. New and improved. Has more water. And also more holes. And more islandy. Okay. Yeah. Alright, well, I think I'm going to pause this stream here. We've done quite a lot today. We haven't actually finished Kerbal Space Program because it kept crashing. I'm going to finish it some other day, possibly even tomorrow. But this Universe Sandbox 2 video is going to pause here because I think we have caused enough damage to this environment. We've destroyed our solar system. We've turned Canis Majoris into here it is, into a pulsar, and we've also lost most of our other planets such as Jupiter and Saturn. But this is a beautiful Canis Majoris as a pulsar. And hopefully you enjoyed watching this. Thank you guys so much for joining in, for tuning in, and for subscribing, for following me on Twitch. Watch out for more videos, and thank you for watching. Game you later, guys, and bye-bye.